Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. I am the Crushinator and I will be your host for tonight's Sea East matchup between Protectors of Aiur and Bunker Funtime. Lobby is getting ready. We're a couple minutes early, so we're just going to make sure we're ready to go. And yeah, hope you're having a good time this evening. Hoping you're ready for this matchup. To learn a little bit more about our teams, let's head over to the tail of the tape. Let you know about our teams tonight. Stats of the Storm just updated before this cast. I was able to sneak in some statistics about our teams today. Now, one thing you'll note if you're taking a look at the website and not these statistics right here, a couple of teams have dropped out of Division C East, so both of these teams have 2 more match wins and 4 more map wins on record. But I'm just going to talk to you about the games that are not forfeits right here. Protectors of Aiur coming in 1-3 on the match record, 4-7 on the map record. Best maps so far are Hanamura Temple at 1-0 and 2-1 on Volskaya Foundry. Best performing heroes up until now, they are 3-2 on Ana, 2-1 on Diva, and undefeated at 2-0 on Mei. Bunker Funtime coming in at 2 wins and 3 losses on the match record, 6-6 on the map record. They are 1-0 on Towers of Doom, 2-1 on Infernal Shrines. Best heroes up until now, 3-1 on the Ana, 2-1 on Melganis, and 2-1 on Samudo. Ooh, Samudo. Alright. Let's visit the map screen, let you know about the state of this series. It was Protectors of Aiur banning away Towers of Doom and Cursed Hollow. It was Bunker Funtime banning away Volskaya Foundry and Hanamura Temple, interestingly enough. And it will be Bunker Funtime that is taking us to Dragonshire for game number 1. Looks like one of our players took a call. We're about to be ready. I'm going to take the opportunity to drink a little sip of water here. Hope you got your water out there. Hope you're ready. Sitting straight. Had your dinner. Ready to take in some Heroes of the Storm action. One team is back. Let's bring it back to the Mecam as we get ready to start this lobby. Just making sure everyone's here. Got to do a C West cast earlier today. A little bit of a replay cast. Warm up for now. Got the C East now. I gotta check my counts, but I'm pretty sure more than half of my casts so far this year have been in Division C, and mostly in Division C East at that. And it hasn't really been on purpose. Like, there's definitely been a couple matches, like this one in particular, where I've picked up the game because, you know, I recognize the teams and I wanted to cast these players. But a lot of the times it's just been... C East has been putting together games on times that I can do games. Thursdays, when most people play, I'm doing Storm Division a lot of the time. C East tends to work around the week, which works out great for me. Looks like the draft's getting ready to go. So let's jump on in and see what our teams have to show us today. It is Dragonshire for game number 1, and it will be Protectors of Aiur that have the first pick. So we load on up, I make sure I have all the right players, and I do. Fantastic. Been feeling oddly stuffed up today. I don't know what it is. Sylvanas going to be banned away by Protectors of Aiur. Just got to stay hydrated. Sit up straight. Oh, there we go. Sylvanas, well known to be played by Bonesy, going to be banned away. Diva, going to be banned away by Bunker Funtime. We saw that Protectors of Aiur had some success on Diva as of late, and Diva's kind of at the top of the meta right now until that fabled patch finally comes through. Li Ming going to be banned away by Protectors of Aiur. I don't think of Li Ming as a big map pick on Dragonshire, but if you've got a comfortable Li Ming player, they can play that hero pretty much anywhere. So definitely choking down on the backline hero pool here is Protectors of Aiur. Bunker Funtime has a lot of options for the ban. Ana's still open. Chromie's still open. It's going to be the Anaban. Definitely the hero of choice for our two teams today. Be interesting to see if Chromie makes it through. ETC, all the tanks are still up. Ariel is going to go ahead and grab the Orphea first pick, though. With the lockdown onto the backline assassins, definitely getting the one they want early does make some sense. Cassia, Chromie, Tassadar, Greymane, these are all available. Batista's going to snap that Samuro right away, first pick, and Zednam is going to lock in the Johanna. Interesting. Johanna's kind of suffered in the wake of the last balance patch that added 5 seconds to her iron skin, along with the rise of ETC and Garrosh. But Johanna's still just that stalwart front line. Can definitely get some work done, especially with Samuro in the back trying to do some work as well. Redbeard is going to go ahead and snap up the Sonya, and Sergeant Scoops is going to be playing the Malfurion. May immediately banned away by Bunker Funtime, as the tank is next to be picked up for Protectors of Aiur. So we've got a Malfurion with an Orphea. I'm interested to see what Protectors of Aiur are going to pair with this. I'm expecting probably an ETC. That's a pretty common combo, the ETC slide into the Malfurion route, and then you get the Orphea damage on top of it. Kael'thas going to be banned away, so just further cranking down on that mage pool, that ranged assassin pool of Bunker Funtime. Thinking about the options, it's still Chromie, Cassia, Tassadar, possibly even a Jaina. Still available for the backline, Raynor and Greymane, of course. So we'll see what Bunker Funtime wants to move into with so many backline options off the board. It is going to be the Tassadar for Papa Smurf, and the Brightwing picked up by Bones. Interesting. I guess Bones is now moving on to the healer spot. Protectors of Aiur, they need a... Let's see, they need a tank, and they need sort of a pseudo-laner to go down to the bottom lane, unless they're going to have Orphea do that job. We'll see what they want to pick up here. Greymane, and no, it's actually going to be Zul'jin. Eclectic does grab that ETC. I was expecting a Greymane alongside that, but they're going to go ahead with the slow and steady damage of the Zul'jin instead. And Alad Minibri locks in the Malthael in response. Zul'jin can definitely get some work done against Samuro. Gets a lot of a lot of stacks on those clones. Very, very interesting. Alright, Protectors of Aiur versus Bunker Funtime, game number 1 here on Dragonshire. Let's get into it. Loading on in here. Man, my voice is just not having it today. I'm drinking all this water, trying to clear my throat. Maybe we'll have to go a little more chill time on the cast today. Make sure the voice lasts. Here we go, Dragonshire loading on in. As we go into game number 1. Alrighty, on the left in the blue, we have Protectors of Aiur with Eclectic on the ETC. Sergeant Scoops is playing Malfurion. Hariel is on the Orphea. Redbeard is playing Sonya. And Orion is on the Zul'jin. On the right in the red, we have Bunker Funtime with Bone Z on the Brightwing. Papa Smurf is playing the Samuro. Is that the Samuro? No, that's the Tassadar. Batista's on the Samuro, Zednam on Johanna, and Alaminibri on the Malthael. Here we go. Game number 1 on Dragonshire is underway. Checking in on the level 1 talents. Tassadar going to be stacking up the Qs, those shock rays. Zul'jin, of course, looking for hero stacks as Zednam escaping with the Iron Skin popped. No other quest talents to be found. Actually, yeah, it is Recklessness. It's not going to be the Headhunter. Malthael taking the On a Pale Horse talent, so looking to possibly get some double soaking done here as Alaminibri tearing on down to the mid lane. Batista on the Samuro will be versus the Orphea down in the bottom lane. We'll see whether Zul'jin wants to rotate around there and start stacking off those clones. Malthael starting up the double soak. Sonya in the top lane just holding down the fort up there. Samuro going to go ahead and get on the siege camp right away on the right-hand side. Right on top of that 1 minute mark. It looks like Protectors of Aiur are thinking about rotating over to that camp themselves. Yep, there's Orion and Sergeant Scoop's going to go ahead and start that up. Ecliptic trying to keep an eye on the mid-rotation. Zednam moving across. We'll see Hariel and Ecliptic. Zednam going in for the invade. Here comes the rest of Bunker Funtime. Are they just feigning or are they going in? There's Malfurion with the roots. It looks like Bunker Funtime will back off and allow Protectors of Aiur to pick up that siege. Hariel going against Alaminibri here. Can Brightwing warp in time? Yes, they can. And there goes first blood. Orphea goes down. Almost enough damage there to claw through before Brightwing arrived, but the global healer making themselves known early in this matchup. Unstoppable from Johanna once again, evading the Malfurion roots. Samuro in the top lane claiming that shrine for Bunker Funtime. Orion trying to get some more of those auto attack stacks. Needs 40 stacks here at 3 or 30. 3 out of 30 so far. Oh, Malthael actually taken out by Redbeard and Hariel in the mid lane. I was jumping over there as it looked like a possible gank. But they do complete the kill, and that's going to definitely slow down Bunker Funtime's soak, as Batista is going to be stuck in this top lane versus Redbeard. Zednam could be next. Ecliptic thinking about a slide. No, instead is going to move down and try to deny the dragon. And there it is. Redbeard working against Batista here in the top lane. Alaminibri is back on the field with that On a Pale Horse, getting onto the battlefield ever so quickly. And these teams just rotating around once again. Checking in on the experience, it looks like Protectors of Aiur are a little bit ahead on the heroes and the minion soak. Getting that early pick onto Malthael, doing some good work. Papa Smurf trying to peel away for Zednam, but it looks like the push in the bottom lane will be joined by Orphea, at least for the meantime. Condemn catching 2. Orion once again working on those stacks. Up to 7 out of 30 now. Sonya managing to claim the top dragon. Hariel looking for the kill onto Batista will not find the chomp. Looks like Samuro will be... Oh, this could be trouble for Zednam. Bones once again warping in with that teleport. And these teams had a little bit of a stalemate. They're looking for kill opportunities. They're looking for picks. At 1 kill apiece so far. Ecliptic gets the double slide. The root follow-up is good. Papa Smurf will manage to get away, though. Johanna currently holding both the level 4 and the level 7 talent. Not sure if that's on purpose. I can't remember what's on level 4 for Johanna that would be worth holding here. The Iron Skin is going to allow Zednam to get away. And back to stalemate mode. It looks like there won't be an early dragon for either of these teams the way these fights are starting to go. There's the slide onto Zednam, though. This is where the Iron Skin cooldown is going to come into play. Bones once again warping in to try to save Johanna, and will do so successfully. Meanwhile, Bunker Funtime is back on the siege camp on the right-hand side. Orphea maintaining the mid lane presence. Redbeard and Alaminibri. Looks like it's going to be a kill onto Sonya, so Malthael gets some revenge and gets the kill onto the Protectors of Aiur solo laner. There's the root catching Tassadar. Ecliptic looking for a slide, will not find it. Finds Bones with the slide though, but Orion and Sergeant Scoops are being forced out by Batista. Ecliptic gets polymorphed. Is there enough damage to get ETC? No, the knockback will allow Ecliptic to get away. And this siege camp is going to start to be a problem. As Sergeant Scoops is very low on mana, Orion and Eclectic are being pushed back. ETC a little bit stuck here, manages to slide through Johanna. Sonya back on the field, Redbeard going to take back the top shrine as Hariel is forced out by Alaminibri. Malthael will not be able to grab this mid dragon. Checking in on experience once again, so it looks like Protectors of Aiur will barely edge out Bunker Funtime on the way to level 10, but still very even. Batista checking in on the siege camp of Protectors of Aiur. Redbeard gonna have to be very careful with that matchup come level 10, so I'm expecting a last rites from Malthael. Speaking of level 10, Zednam thinking about going in here. Will not manage to get there in time, is zoned out by the Roots of Malfurion. And will go ahead and back on out. Bunker Funtime with the Blessed Shield. It is the last rites for Malthael. Blink Heal for Brightwing. It is the Blade Storm for Samuro and Archon for Tassadar. So it looks like... oh, Redbeard and Alaminibri are going to battle it out up here. Sonya managing to push back Malthael for now. The last rites will not land. Oh, Orphea is taken out in the mid lane by Bones and Batista. The push from Protectors of Aiur manages to claim one of the cannon towers. But with Orphea down, this could be an opportunity for Bunker Funtime to force out both top and bottom and see if Batista can claim a Dragon Knight. Eclectic catches 3 in the mosh pit, though. Batista could be in trouble. Uses the Blade Storm to try to move on out of there. Eclectic is trying to keep Zednam in place. Malthael is denied the Dragon Knight by Sonya in the top lane. Very nice job by Eclectic to try to turn that fight. Orphea back on the battlefield in the mid lane. Brightwing turning that shrine over to Bunker Funtime. And we are now cresting level 12, and no Dragon Knights have been taken, no forts have been taken. And both teams just playing very, very steady through this matchup. Sonya pushed out by Alaminibri and Bones in the top lane. Orphea just catching as much experience as possible in the mid versus Samuro. Checking in on Zul'jin, 17 out of 30 stacks now on that baseline quest. Redbeard could be in some trouble trying to find Alaminibri, though. Hariel comes in and converts the kill. Malthael's going to go down. Last Rites does not find the kill onto Redbeard. And it looks like Protectors of Aiur are going to control the top and bottom shrines. We'll see whether they can get enough work done in the mid to take the first dragon of the game. Wave clear continues in the bottom lane. It looks like Bunker Funtime is currently focusing on the siege camp, while Samuro is going to watch the turn-in point. Zednam coming around for the flank. The slide through from Eclectic is good, but the Condemn brings ETC back. There is no mosh for another 15 seconds here, but level 13 has now been realized for both teams. Johanna coming on back around. Catches Zul'jin. Bones is moving up to the mid lane, though. It looks like we have another possible gank attempt. Hariel trying to get away from Alaminibri. The warp is good, and Orphea is down. The Eternal Feast coming out, putting some damage onto Bones. Orion will be interrupted by Batista. Tassadar taking the bottom shrine, Malthael taking the top shrine. And all of a sudden, Bunker Funtime, with that kill onto Orphea, are looking to convert their Dragon Knight here. Eclectic trying to keep an eye on things in the mid lane. Batista is slid on by ETC. Sonya taking back the top shrine, but Malthael is going to duel. And now, Protectors of Aiur are kind of stuck in the mid lane here. They don't have enough time to move down to bottom. Sonya is going to make things interesting in the top lane versus Alaminibri. We'll see how it goes. Manages to land the mark, and that's going to force Redbeard back into lane. Zednam keeping an eye on these rotations. Sees Eclectic. Orphea now getting collapsed on by the members of Bunker Funtime. Bones using the Blink Heal to get away. Orphea is really stuck. The Eternal Feast comes out, gets the 3 ticks, but Orphea goes down. Now Alaminibri gets the auto attack onto Redbeard. This is going to be close. The healing is substantial from these two. Last Rites will come into play. Alaminibri is being chased out, though. Redbeard with that extra movement speed. It's going to be real close. The Last Rites comes out. Oh, and converts the kill. One more auto would have done it, but Malthael comes out ahead. And those kills, that experience is really starting to add up here for Bunker Funtime. Protectors of Aiur trying to put some damage onto Zeddam. 21 out of 30 stacks for Zul'jin. And even with the player advantage, Bunker Funtime looking for an opportunity to decide to move on to the Bruiser camp and let that push into the bottom fort. That's going to give Zeddam the opportunity to grab this dragon. Harriel going to the top lane, and it looks like Alaminibri will not get interrupted by minions, and we are going to see a red Dragon Knight as level 16 comes in for Bunker Funtime. Harriel and Redbeard are headed up to the top lane. Dragon Knight pushing mid, the rest of Bunker Funtime are pushing down the bottom lane as Orion gets a big opportunity to work on these stacks on this defense. Dragon getting some work done in the mid. Harriel, the lone defender. Batista moving around though. This could be trouble for Orphea. Batista helping finish off this mid fort. Fort is down. Dragon Knight still pretty healthy as it moves down to the bottom fort, but it's being completely burned down by Protectors of Aiur. Sergeant Scoop sent to the back line. I think we may have our big fight here. Eternal Feast is out. Orphea is going to actually fall. Batista's way on the back line, but is silenced by Malfurion. Eclectic catches Zeddam in the mosh pit. Bones uses the blink heal to try to get away from Redbeard. Eclectic is stuck in the back line. Bones is getting killed by the fort. Batista managing to finish that off, but not fast enough to save Brightwing. And now we're in a 4v4. Redbeard is on the chase. Zeddam soaking up that whirlwind, using the Unstoppable to move through the Malfurion roots. Papa Smurf trying to ward away the members of Protectors of Aiur, but here they go. Protectors of Aiur are pushing down the bottom lane. 29 out of 30 stacks for Orion, getting a whole lot done with that last defense. Just needs a few more autos, and we'll be done that first quest, or that second quest, getting the Twin Cleave revolves twice. Samuro and Malthael picking up that right side bruiser camp. Harriel just going to move up to the top lane, grab those experience orbs. Zeddam thinking about another invade here. Papa Smurf and Batista are responding. Bones will be able to warp in. Eclectic gets the slide stun onto 2. Batista's in the back line. Batasadar is in a lot of trouble here. Redbeard on the chase. Papa Smurf has to pop the trans-dimensional shift, but will manage to escape. Zeddam trying to get out of there as well. Bunker Funtime does not successfully invade, but they don't die for it either, as we see that Zul'jin has finished that baseline quest. Harriel being pushed in by Bones and Alaminibri. Redbeard coming to try to help out. Gets the spear onto Malthael, but the polymorph is enough to push Sonya back. Bunker Funtime gonna pick up this right side siege once again. Left side bruiser going over to Protectors of Aiur. And we have our second shrine phase of the game. Level 18 to 17 here. And we'll see how these teams want to dance for this second Dragon Knight. Checking in on the hero damage is actually Sonya leading the way for Protectors of Aiur, putting some big damage onto Alaminibri over and over again in the top lane. And it is Malthael leading the way on hero damage for Bunker Funtime. So it's the off-laners that have been just bashing into each other and regenerating that are actually leading the way on hero damage for their respective teams. You have an off-lane push from Brightwing and Samuro in the mid and bottom lanes. And Protectors of Aiur have completely committed to the top lane. We'll see whether they can get a big push here as Harriel trying to poke down this well. And now we're going to see Protectors of Aiur are going to have to respond as Bones is pushing in with this siege camp. Batista is on the mid-keep wall. Samuro getting on out of there. Protectors of Aiur moving as a unit right now, which could be trouble as level 20 is going to be here for Bunker Funtime pretty soon. Alaminibri taking the top shrine back for the red team. Zeddam thinking about going after Redbeard, but Sonya mounted manages to wiggle away. Samuro and Malthael going to take the top fort of Protectors of Aiur as the rotation comes. Bones is stuck in lane, but here comes Johanna. Papa Smurf sending in the queue as well. Samuro and Malthael are late. Zeddam going to have to retreat to the mid fort. The Eternal Feast is out, gets one tick, and Johanna cannot get away. The chase from Harriel was just too much. Batista avoiding the spear, or getting hit by the spear, but using the illusions to get away here. And that's a big pick here for Protectors of Aiur. They're going to control the bottom lane. They're going to have to send someone top. They want this dragon. But that's a pretty big deal to get a pick when you're down 19 to 20 there. We're going to see Protectors of Aiur take the neutral bruiser camp. Alaminibri just going to use this Malthael to push this giant wave of minions into the wall. Protectors of Aiur sees that Bunker Funtime is off the map, and they're just going to take this bottom keep wall. The hearths are good. Samuro and Tassadar are going to come on through, and it's an off-lane push here from Brightwing and Malthael. Not the greatest siege machine ever. Brightwing going to come back for the defense. Bottom keep looks like it's going to go down here. The Bruiser camp's still very healthy, and bottom keep is taken out by Protectors of Aiur. Very nicely done. Redbeard isn't done using the Q to go on in. The Twilight Archon from Papa Smurf is up. Bleedstorm to clear away these minions. Alaminibri is here on the chase. Now getting chased back by Hariel and Ecliptic. Polymorph comes out. That's a full cooldown on Mosh Pit. That's a pretty big deal here for Bunker Funtime as Alaminibri is on top of Hariel, but Orphea is just doing so much damage. Brightwing coming in for the warp. Eternal Feast is out once again. The Last Rites is enough to kill Orphea. So Bunker Funtime get the first kill in this fight. Ecliptic trying to get away here. Johanna gets 3 with the Condemn. That's going to be Sonya down. That's going to be ETC down. The Unkillable from Zul'jin goes away, and that is a quad kill for Bunker Funtime. They're going to grab this bottom altar. Alaminibri is going to pick up the Dragon Knight. They've got all the lanes pushed in. They're going to steal the siege camp as well, and this is going to be one heck of a push coming in from the red team. Still 30 seconds till Orphea's back on the field. The Dragon Knight is up and rolling. Looks like they're going to head down to the bottom lane. Try to catch up these minions. Dragon is going to be right on this keep wall. Siege camp is coming for the ride. Dragon Knight is on the keep. Completely taken out are those minions, and this could be a core push. It's 8 seconds till Orphea's back, but this dragon is very healthy. The siege camp is coming in, and there they go. Bunker Funtime is going for the core. They're going to have to be fast. Orphea's back up. 10 seconds till the rest of the team is back up. It looks like the damage is just too much. Bunker Funtime takes out the core and takes game number 1. GG. Back and forth was that game, but Bunker Funtime comes out ahead. 11 kills to 4 was the final tally. Papa Smurf on the Tassadar ultimately leading the way on the hero damage, nearly reaching 56,000. But Alaminibri, the 51k, leading the way on the siege with that Dragon Knight, and leading the way on the experience. The solo laners very, very active here on Dragonshire. Speaking of solo laners, Redbeard for Protectors of Aiur almost coming out on top with the 43.5k, but it was Orion on the Zul'jin with the nearly 46, leading the way for Protectors of Aiur. Go ahead and take a quick look at the talents, and then we'll set up for game number 2. Alright, game number 1 is in the books. Bunker Funtime strikes first and goes up 1-0 in this series. We're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, it's going to be game number 2, Protectors of Aiur versus Bunker Funtime. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We are getting ready for game number 2, Protectors of Aiur versus Bunker Funtime. Bunker Funtime striking first blood, looking to close out this series, but Protectors of Aiur are looking for the reverse sweep. Our lobby is almost ready to go here, so let's bring us over to the map screen to remind you of how this series went down. Towers of Doom, Cursed Hollow, Volskaya Foundry, and Hanamura Temple were banned out for today's series. Dragonshire was chosen and won by Bunker Funtime, and now it will be Bunker Funtime bringing us to Infernal Shrines for game number 2. Protectors of Aiur retaining the first pick option. And there it is. Infernal Shrines, here we go. The draft commences. And we will see Protectors of Aiur are first to act once again. Infernal Shrines, very, very different style of map from Dragonshire. You'll see a lot more coordinated fights, a lot more preordained team fight spots, we'll put it that way. Dragonshire kind of turned into a bottom lane festival last game, so a lot of the fights ended up being down there, but there were still some big gank attempts that we probably won't see quite as many of here on Infernal Shrines. Once again, Sylvanas taken off the board for Protectors of Aiur. They've got their scouting down, and I do not want to see it. Infernal Shrines probably one of Sylvanas' better maps too, so absolutely makes sense there. Bunker Funtime going to ban away the D.Va once again. D.Va's still a big threat. Everyone's waiting for the patch hammer to drop, but it is not dropping just yet. The Samuro ban coming in, showing some respect over to Batista, is Protectors of Aiur. Now Bunker Funtime, are they going to ban away the Ana once again? They have something else in mind. It will be the Ana. Taken away. Taken away. Taken away. Ah. So we saw an Orphea first pick from Hariel last time. And we're going to see it again this time. There it is! Orphea coming out for Hariel. Orphea definitely did some big work finding those picks, putting some great rotations. Ultimately got caught a few times, but the hero performance was good. And just recreating the draft here. Pop Smurf back on the Tassadar, Zednam back on the Johanna. You know, I played against Bunker Funtime last season, and they stomped my team with Mal'Ganis. That's why I chose to bring it up in the tail of the tape. They were also 2-1 with Johanna, now 3-1. It's going to be the Deckard Diablo combo busted out here by Protectors of Aiur. This is a pretty classic comp they've got building here. Put the Eternal Feast with the big Slumber stun. Get some big damage coming out, so we'll see what Bunker Funtime can do against this onslaught. Usually you want to just work on heroes that poke in from the edge. Tassadar can get some damage done from very far away. Johanna, of course, has the self-unstoppable. Sonya going to be banned away by Bunker Funtime, not going to let Redbeard play the same hero twice. Protectors of Aiur thinking about their next ban here. Right now, they've banned away the Samuro. We'll see whether they want to choke out the Malthael from last game or whether they've got something else in mind here. Bones Brightwing is still on the table as well. That can be a pretty good counter with the Mass Cleanse. It's going to be Anduin banned away, though. Anduin very good at saving one particular hero with almost perfect surety, so they want to remove that option from the table. I can dig that. I can dig that. Bunker Funtime, seeing what they want to support this Johanna Tassadar with. It's going to be Lunara, played by Batista, and Alan Minibri back on the Malthael. So leaving the healer to the last pick. Redbeard and Orion thinking about what they want to put on top of this Eternal Feast salad. It's going to be Murky coming in for Redbeard, and Orion's going to be playing the Greymane. Interesting. Murky versus Malthael. That's a pretty good pick. I don't think Malthael can actually take out the pufferfish, now that I think about it. Malthael does have very good wave clear, but I don't think that he can, or Malthael can really stop that wave clear coming in from Murky. So we'll see what Bones is going to do. It's going to be the Brightwing once again. So exact same team, except Lunara swapped out for Samuro. Versus the much more targeted blow-up comp with a Murky Kicker coming in for Protectors of Aiur. We'll see whether Bunker Funtime can deal with the fish monster or whether Protectors of Aiur can wombo their way to victory. Game number 2 on Infernal Shrines is coming at you. Here we go. All right, loading in here to Infernal Shrines. Ready, set, go. On the left, in the blue, once again, Protectors of Aiur. Sergeant Scoops is on the Deckard, Hariel is on the Orphea, Orion is playing Greymane, Ecplictic on the Diablo, and Redbeard is playing the Murky. On the right in the red, it is Bunker Funtime with Batista on the Lunara. Zednam is playing Johanna. Papa Smurf on the Tassadar. Bone Z on the Brightwing. And Alan Minibri is on the Malthael.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ecplictic, lamenting the lack of a mount. Ain't that a thing? Tassadar once again going for that Shockray quest on 1. As far as I can tell, no other questing talents to be found. It is the On a Pale Horse again for Malthael, expecting to try to keep up with this Murky double soak. Right now, Redbeard just pushing back and clearing that wave, as Murky does. Zednam gets flipped over by Ecplictic, has to pop the Unstoppable. Bones is going to come in for the save, and the rotations will begin. Redbeard popping the Invulnerable, shedding that mark. Gonna drop the egg in the top lane, and we'll check in on our rotations. Should see our teams clearing the mid wave and then heading over to the Khazra camps. So it looks like Protectors of Aiur are ahead on the wave clear rotations for now. Right now, Bones is in the bottom lane, trying to keep up this bottom lane pressure. Bunker Funtime are scouted out by Ecplictic. And now they're going to go ahead and start their right side siege. Murky taken out in the top lane by Alan Minibri. And Protectors of Aiur, they're not going to go for it. Zednam keeping an eye on the mid lane here. It looks like Bunker Funtime on top of that camp timing. Zednam going to catch Sergeant Scoops here in the Condemn. Ecplictic running into the unstoppable Johanna. And now starting up the left side Khazra camp are Protectors of Aiur. But that's going to give Bunker Funtime the opportunity to grab this bottom Khazra camp for free, while Deckard and Greymane are indisposed. So Bunker Funtime picking up a small advantage here in the early going. Meanwhile, in the top lane, it looks like Murky is mostly trying to avoid Malthael for the time being, just moving around, trying to get the wave clear where they can. Murky trying to clear away this Khazra camp while the rest of Protectors of Aiur clears away the bottom camp. Alan Minibri trying to catch Murky on these rotations, just running into that bubble. Warps in, tries to land those Qs. It looks like this is going to be a kill onto Redbeard. One more Q. Ooh, doesn't land the edge of the circle. So Murky survives, at least for now. Bunker Funtime going to be right on top of this Shaman camp on the right-hand side, timing it out with the Frozen Punisher. It's going to be spawning in the mid lane in about 15 seconds here. Oh, so I guess Malthael can clear away the pufferfish. Look at that. Oh, Johanna actually taken out in the bottom lane by Protectors of Aiur. A very nice rotation, while the rest of Bunker Funtime was grabbing that Shaman camp. So that's going to be 10 seconds without Johanna, as Ecplictic trying to find Bones, but will not find the stun on the wall. Shrine is active, though. Will be touched. And now we're going to see Protectors of Aiur starting on this minion clear. top lane Shaman camp push will have to be responded to at some point. Ariel is on top of Malthael in the top lane there. But here comes Johanna finding the Condemn. Deckard trying to find the root will not land. Malthael in a lot of trouble. Redbeard and Ariel are on the chase. And there goes Malthael. The slows coming out from Murky and Orphea, just too much to deal with. Now the Mini Breeze going to go down. Eclectic finds Lunara on the wall. Orion diving in as Greymane, bringing Batista down to less than half health. While Murky's just going to stay on the point and farm some minions. Sedum catches 3 in the Condemn. And this is where the big poke of Bunker Funtime's going to come into play. But it looks like Protectors of Aiur are going to go ahead and pick up this first Frozen Punisher of the game. And there it is. Murky going to go ahead and spawn in the top lane to go against Malthael once again. I want to see this. 1 auto. So, yeah, Malthael's got to be right on top of that pufferfish to get the 3 autos necessary. Punisher baited over the wall. Murky's going to go down once again in the top lane, but we'll be spawning right back up there. Frozen Punisher will turn off the fort for now, but it's basically cleared away Bunker Funtime with the successful defense. Protectors of Aiur possibly setting up for a camp invade here. Poking in. Eclectic will be discovered by the Wisp of Batista, forcing Diablo to move on back. Redbeard trying to match Alaminibri in these rotations. As we see Bunker Funtime picking up the right side camp. Protectors of Aiur working on that left side camp while Eclectic just holds down the vision. They're going to pick up the camp pretty early. We'll see whether they come on down here. It looks like they're going to rotate to try to find Alaminibri in the mid lane. Ariel does not land the Q, so will not be able to chase. And that means that Bunker Funtime once again picking up that neutral Khazra camp. Checking in on the mercenary count. About 1,000 experience ahead in those mercenaries right now. Ariel managing to avoid the warp-in gank of Bunker Funtime. Ahead on the minions and heroes experience is Protectors of Aiur, but losing those 2 mercenary camps in the mid means that the experience is about even here. Polymorph is good onto Eclectic. Diablo going down to about half health here. The Tassadar wall is out. They want to find this Diablo kill, but the Deckard potions keeping the big red machine nice and healthy means that Bunker Funtime is going to have to back off. Alaminibri trying to put some hurt onto Redbeard, clearing away the wave as only Malthael can. Finds the kill onto Murky with that cleaving auto attack. And clears the pufferfish as well. So I guess Malthael's better than that than I expected. I mean, it's not a super simple clear like a Tracer or anything, but it's better than I thought it was going to be. Protectors of Aiur find level 10. It is going to be the Apocalypse. It's actually going to be the Crushing Jaws from Orphea, so not going with the big Mombo on the Eternal Feast, going for the stun instead. Murky's got the Octograb. It's going to be Stay a While and Listen, and the Cursed Bullet coming out for the members of Protectors of Aiur. Bones and Alaminibri taking out the Egg of Redbeard, but that's going to be plopped right back down. For Bunker Funtime, it is the Blessed Shield, it is the Blink Heal, Archon, Thornwood Vine for Lunara, and the Last Rites for Malthael. As Murky is being zoned away from this fort, Brightwing just going ahead and sieging the way a little Fey Dragon can. Eclectic will be discovered by the Wisp of Lunara. They want to find Redbeard. They keep taking out that egg, but Redbeard just wiggles and walks away. Brightwing's going to come on down to the bottom lane. Once again, looking for this kill onto Diablo. The wall is out. The stun is good. That's a lot of damage. A huge sleep coming out from Sergeant Scoops. The chase is still continuing. Batista trying to get some slowing damage. Looks like they've got Eclectic, and now they're turning onto Sergeant Scoops. Is that enough to get away here? Eclectic's going to survive. Sergeant Scoops is going to tap the well. And somehow, Deckard keeping everybody alive there. Ariel putting damage onto Alaminibri, trying to heal up with those auto attacks. But here comes Batista and going to try to turn things around. Ariel cannot find the Crushing Jaws onto Alaminibri, and that's Orphea going down. Meanwhile, though, Redbeard getting some big work done on this Mortar Punisher, spawning in the top lane. Already 10 minions ahead. Here comes the rest of Bunker Funtime, though. They're going to force Murky to back on out. Still, Orphea about to respawn back in the base, so Protectors of Aiur are not going to be able to move in here. Just poking in from the edges as best as possible. Redbeard throwing out those pufferfishes, forcing Bunker Funtime to deal with it. Ariel is almost back in the fight, though. Murky is taken out by the poke of Malthael. Murky going to be responding a little further back, and here they come. Bunker Funtime is going to have to retreat here. Eclectic finds Zednam on the wall. Alaminibri is way in the thick of things. The stun is good, but the self-healing from those Q stacks is amazing. Alaminibri manages to survive as Diablo's going right back in. Murky sacrificed once again. The last rites onto Diablo, taking him down to less than 800 health. Diablo trying to heal up with that Feast on Fear, but ultimately is taken down here, and that's a soul reset. Diablo's gonna have to farm up those souls once again. Ariel using the medallion to get away from Zednam and Bones, as this Mortar Punisher is going to be pushing on to the top keep of Protectors of Aiur. Murky once again counter-soaking versus the Malthael. Eclectic popping the medallion to get away from the possible engage there of Bunker Funtime. Looks like this Mortar Punisher will be taken out by the keep and the remaining Protectors of Aiur. Murky goes for the bribe. Alaminibri manages to get onto the point, though. Looks like Zednam's going to come help out, looking for a camp steal with that bribe. The Octograb is good, but ultimately, Murky's going to go down. Good attempt there by Redbeard, but Alaminibri managing to find the camp. So Bunker Funtime just painting the map red here. They get the Bruiser camp steal. They're going to get all three of these Khazra camps. And that was Redbeard using those bribe steps. So bribe stacks will not be able to move across. Even if they did, Alaminibri with that on a pale horse goes right up to the top lane and starts up that Shaman camp. Checking in on the XP once again, we see almost 2,000 extra experience just from hero kills. A little bit behind on the minions, but way ahead on the mercenaries is Bunker Funtime, and that's going to play to their advantage as level 16 is looming before the next objective. Malthael picking up the siege camp on the right-hand side. Redbeard finds the rotation of Bunker Funtime. Protectors of Aiur looking for an opportunity. Redbeard trying to bait the members of BFTN, but they will not go for it. Protectors of Aiur are going to have to respond to that Shaman camp in the top lane sooner rather than later. See whether Murky's going to be able to head on up there. But here comes the fight. Crushing Jaws is out. Apocalypse is down. Catching two. Alaminibri on the backline is now stunned by Octograb. Orpheus is going to go down, but Malthael killed in response. The sleep does land onto Brightwing. Zednam is caught in the backline, uses the Gladiator's Medallion to lose the slow. Bones warps in and heals up Johanna. Looks like Redbeard uses the Invulnerable. Taken out by the split auto of Lunara. That's going to send Murky back to the top lane? No, put the egg in the mid. The Shaman camp is starting to get a lot of work done. Takes out the top wall and is on top of the keep. The rest of Bunker Funtime is going to take the opportunity to push in the bottom lane. Protectors of Aiur committing 3 to this defense. Murky's going to head on up here and try to clear away this Shaman camp. Ariel coming down for the defense as well. But bottom fort is going to go down. And Bunker Funtime now at a 6-4 structure advantage. They're up over a full level, and they're up a talent tier here, as the Arcane Punisher is going to be spawning in the bottom lane in about 25 seconds here. Protectors of Aiur just trying to keep these lanes even, trying to make sure that they have access. It's Batista poking out in lane, using that Thornwood Vine to take out the wall. The more that they can do in this mid wall, the more room they will have to fight over this Arcane Punisher spot. Protectors of Aiur moving through the bottom lane. Zednam warding in that front bush as the rest of Bunker Funtime going to start on these minions. Murky remaining in the top lane as Zednam gets the dismount onto all the members of Protectors of Aiur. Alaminibri slowed down by Deckard, manages to avoid the root though. The slow's coming in once again. Malthael trying to get away. The Crushing Jaws catches Alaminibri. There's a big sleep and Apocalypse combo. Murky is the first to fall here. Alaminibri is going to be next, though. So many low members on the side of Protectors of Aiur. Orpheus is going to go down. Orion's going to be able to get away. The Tassadar wall traps Eclectic. Diablo's going to go down. It looks like Sergeant Scoops and Orion will manage to get out of there. Bunker Funtime trades 1 for 3, one of those 3 being Murky, and they're going to take control over this Arcane Punisher. There it is. Arcane Punisher going to be spawning in the bottom lane, along with the Khazra camp pushing in the mid. Looks like they're going to split to the bottom lane Khazra camp as well. A little bit greedy here, but they do have time to catch up to this Arcane Punisher. Right now, Protectors of Aiur are behind their keep wall. Punisher going to be cleaving down this lane, and they will manage to catch up here. But they will not get any damage on this keep wall before the Punisher jumps over. So this is going to be a pretty quick clear here for Protectors of Aiur. Bunker Funtime still maintaining presence, looking for an opportunity to move in. Eclectic trying to body block Zednam underneath the keep. The Polymorph is out, and that's so much damage. Diablo, low on souls, is going to go down. Bones is healing up Zednam once again, chasing away the backline of Protectors of Aiur. This keep is going to go down. They're going to start moving towards the core, but this Protector is very, very low health. The stun is there onto Hariel. The Polymorph as well. Ooh, the arcane laser almost taking out Orphea. Core shielding is gone. We're down to below 80% health. Zednam is moving in. The Crushing Jaws is baited out by the Iron Skin. Hariel is blown up. That's Orphea going down, and Bunker Funtime are looking to finish this game. There's the Big Sleep is going to catch Zednam. We're below 40% on the core. Redbeard trying to come in for the defense. Bunker Funtime is below 10%. They just need a little bit more damage, and there it is. The slow and steady siege wins the race, and Bunker Funtime gets the 2-0 domination. GG. Final screen here. Bunker Funtime, not a lot of kills that game. 9-4 coming in for the red team. Batista leading the way on the siege and the hero damage with that Lunara, nearly 45,000 hero damage. Orion playing Greymane for Protectors of Aiur, dealing nearly 38,000 for them. Murky looked like a good option, was definitely getting some work done, and Malthael was a stronger counter to Murky than I remember. I think the cleaving auto attack definitely had something to do with it. Take a quick look at the talent screen, and then we'll see if we can get set up for an interview with our victors, Bunker Funtime. Alrighty, that is our series. We'll see if we can find ourselves a quick interview.
Hello.
Hello, Zednam. Thank you very much for joining me. Congratulations on the 2-0.
Oh, thank you. I'm just glad we got the win. I was kind of worried for a second.
Definitely a slow and steady push there at the end. It was looking a little dicey. What were the comms like in that final push there on Infernal Shrines?
Infernal Shrines, we got the objective. I didn't know where we were going to end. I thought we were going to get pretty close. But then I heard the Tassadar go ult, and I knew we were going to win.
The Archon sealing the fate there. Really just the siege damage coming out from Lunara and Tassadar there is really tough to deny. Talk to me a little bit about the Malthael versus Murky matchup, because that started going Malthael's way a lot more than I really expected it to. Do you feel like that matchup is more like, is that a player, like, is that a skill matchup? Is there something about that I'm just not seeing? Because it felt like Murky would have had the advantage there versus the percent damage coming out from Malthael.
It's more of a skill thing, because Bree, the guy that played Malthael, he's a proficient Murky player, so he knows how to counter him. What counters what. So he knew what to do at what time.
Okay. Yeah, it was definitely... I was expecting Bree to have a little bit of a harder time, but it was a lot of Murky kills, a lot of holding down those lanes. Very nicely done, for sure. Going back to Dragonshire there, it looked like you got pretty much all the picks that you wanted. Was there anything that came out in that draft that forced you to shift strategies, or was that pretty much the comp you were going for?
It's pretty much the comp we were going for. Really is. We just wanted to control the map and just get all the camps if we needed to, but they did a pretty good job keeping us off their camp. Otherwise, we were taking that too.
We saw a very sort of an extended stalemate there with the Sonya versus Malthael in the top lane, the rotating Orphea versus the rotating Samuro. And really, I think the first dragon went until almost like level 12, level 13 there. In that spot where things are kind of stuck, kind of stalemate, what sort of opportunities are you looking for on Dragonshire to try to break through?
Trying to break through on Dragonshire, it's all about getting that one lucky pick. You're in a stalemate. You're waiting for the other team to make a mistake, so you're just waiting for someone to step out too far, and then or be alone somewhere. You got vision on them, then we go for them. And then once we get that, we can control the rest of the map. Because Dragonshire, you got to have heroes on each point. If you lose a hero on one point, you're going to lose that point. So that's what we're looking for.
Okay. Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth. There was sometimes a pick here, sometimes a pick there, but it really took some longer death timers to really push through, and in the end, you managed to string a couple Dragon Knights together, but the fights were really starting to go back and forth there in game number 1 especially.
Boy, game number 1 was tough. They played really well that game. We kind of had the comp we wanted, but they picked a good comp into us. It's just our ability to get around the map really helped out a lot with the Samuro.
Absolutely, the Samuro and the On a Pale Horse from Malthael just zooming around like a crazy reaper was something. It's always fun to see that, just moving so much faster than everybody else.
We actually wanted the Murky in the first game, but Bree didn't feel like being BM. So I guess it was kind of payback in the end.
I suppose it was. Oh boy. So one hero I wanted to ask you about was Chromie. Now, Chromie has been very hotly contested in the sort of upper divisions in NGS, just right up there in the bans and top picks of Heroic and Storm, but not seen at all today. Is that more for you guys, just the style of play you go for doesn't fit Chromie, or do you feel like there's something about the hero that just doesn't work in Division C?
For us to play, that is?
Yeah.
It's just our style doesn't really fit it. She's a really powerful hero. I mean, if I had someone that knew how to play her really well, I'd have him play it every time. But it's not really our play style.
Okay.
We might fit it in later on in the season, but at the moment, I'm not looking forward to it.
Okay. Yeah, it's been interesting to ask people about Chromies in the last couple weeks, because it's such a stark difference. As like in the leagues, either she's totally oppressive, you have to ban her, or she's completely unseen. So it's interesting to hear people's reactions to the Chromie.
And the reason why I don't ban her either is because no one really plays her in this division, so it's not really. I don't really worry about it because we do a lot of scouting beforehand, and we make sure we're not going to be facing a Chromie.
Of course, yeah, definitely something to look out for. Just the last hero I wanted to mention there was Brightwing. We saw 2 games of Brightwing coming out from Bones there. Again, is that really more of a play style thing coming out from you guys, getting that sort of global presence, being able to join in on ganks, join in on rotations with that global hero?
Yes, it was just him wanting to play Brightwing. That's all it really was. Just because Fig couldn't play tonight, our normal healer. We had to have Bones flex onto healer.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at that thinking, like, they're banning out all of Bones's heroes, and then Bones is playing Brightwing. It's
just Fig wasn't dedicated to the bunker this week, so we're like, well, yeah, we got to play a different healer.
Sometimes you just need some fresh air, you know?
Oh, yeah. But Brightwing, he did very good on Brightwing. I was proud of him.
Very nicely played for sure. A lot of big saves, a lot of timely polymorphs, really turning those fights for sure.
Oh, yeah. Especially up there, up top with Malthael. Just going up on the Murky, or whoever that was up there with him.
Oh yeah, the Malthael versus Sonya is like it's such a timing matchup. Multiple times it was like if Sonya got one more auto, that's a different fight, or if Malthael gets one more Q, that's a different fight. And then the Brightwing comes in and it's just like, nope, our fight now.
It's our fight now. You're going away. Bye bye.
Absolutely.
And we're getting this tower.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, once again,
well.
Congratulations on the 2-0 victory. Are there any shout-outs you'd like to make before we close things out here?
A special shout out to Bones for flexing onto Hills. I know he likes to play damage more than Hills, but I'm happy with him. He's awesome. And then Papa Smurf coming out for his first major game, I think it is. We played really well with him tonight. We added him not that long ago. And then Bree, we forget about him all the time. But Bones didn't tonight. And then Batista bringing out his slew of new heroes that we've never played with. He's also new to our team this season. So
fantastic.
The first time we played with her as a team.
Well, you looked good out there. Definitely showing the alternate hero pool and what they can do.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining me, and congratulations on the win.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, and shout out to you for casting us.
My pleasure entirely. Glad to do it. Have a good one.
Yep, you too.